Mark, has it been a good and worthwhile week of training, having that solid week of training ahead of this first game?
Yeah, it has been. The demands of the game has been very often your training regime is thrown out of sync. So it was nice to say you got a very worthwhile game against Burnley and a good week, a good solid week behind us now. So trained very well again today, light tomorrow, and looking forward to a packed tire box on Saturday.
Yeah, just how much are you looking forward to the season really starting?
Yeah, obviously it's been a number of weeks now since promotion was secured, and the focus has been on the club. It's a big day for the club. We're returning to the top flight. The players are very aware of the significance of the occasion. So we're looking forward to it. We know we have a responsibility. It's a packed house, so it's a big occasion for us.
Yeah, back in the Scottish Premiership, Scott Brown said a few things to say about who he thinks will be challenging.
Yeah, but Scott's a very experienced pro, and Scott's entitled to his opinion. And the game is about opinions, about different opinions, and that's why everyone loves the game of football. But we know our opinion, and I'm sure it differs completely to Scott's. But let's see how the season unfolds, and we're in good shape right now. The squad is fit. We've made some good additions to the squad. We'll keep on looking, keep on trying to improve, and let's see where we are coming into the season.
Have you got your team in your head for Saturday? Have a lot of decisions to make?
No, we've got a game on Saturday and a game on Tuesday, and we've got a squad. I don't mind the problem. People say about the problems of squad selection, but you have to have a squad that you can trust. So whether we play with Joey Barton or Andy Halliday or Jordan Rossiter or Holty or Nico or Harry or Josh Windass, etc., whoever we play in midfield there, I'm not concerned. We trust their ability. They've shown their quality already in the pre-season games, so it's nice to have that selection problem. And as I say, with games on Saturday, Tuesday, Saturday, we'll use all members of the squad.
Scott Brown said his comments. Mark, so is Joey Barton. Is it just part of the cut and thrust of the old firm? And are you looking forward to that this season?
I think I said before Scott's comments, Joey made some words, and I said at the time, it's Joey's opinion. It's football is a game of opinions. It's as long as it's put forward in a respectful manner, I have no problem with it. And Scott's made his comments, his thoughts very clear, and good luck to him. And see at the end of the season, if he's proven right, I'm sure he'll put his hand up. If he's not, well then we'll have our word, obviously. But our focus has to be on Rangers, on what we do, and go into the season, hopefully start off on a positive note and take it forward from there.
What effect do you think that will have on the players?
None whatsoever. It doesn't. They don't need a comment from any player. It doesn't matter. Obviously, Scott's a very experienced pro, international player. We don't need a comment from another player to get us ready for Saturday. The club has been at the top flight for 4 years. It's a massive day for the club. They worked hard last season to achieve promotion in style, which they did, and we'll be ready for this game, this day. So we're looking forward to it very much.
To what extent has the rivalry with Hibs last year prepared you and your players for potential rivalry with the teams in the Premiership?
We know there's a number of tough challenges. Obviously, the Celtic is the obvious challenge. Aberdeen and Hearts, you look at their quality, you look at their European pedigree, you look at the experience they've gained in recent seasons, how well they're managed. So we're very well aware of all the threats. But right the way through the league, there's no easy games. And we used to speak, David and I would speak about the English Championship and say there was no easy games in that league. We think it's very similar. There's never a given. You can never take your foot off the gas, to want of a better expression. So it's for us to focus every week, prepare well every single week, take one game at a time. Last year people were saying, what about the game on September the 10th now against Celtic? Irrelevant. If you lose the first 3 or 4 games, irrelevant. Just focus on the first game, get it right, deliver performance, get the 3 points hopefully, and then move forward from there. Have
you spoken to the players about that added scrutiny this year, and perhaps the fact that people will build up a rivalry?
Yeah, they're well aware of it. They know how the media works. They know the goldfish bowl that is Glasgow and the passion for football. They're well aware of that, and the influence of people like Kenny Miller and Lee Wallace and their experiences will filter down through the squad. And the players we've recruited, in terms of Nico and Joey and Matt Jolks and Clinton Hill, etc., there's a lot of experience there. A lot of experience, so we have to use it, tap into it, and help it prepare the squad.
I'm not expecting you to say you will win the title, but do you believe your squad can win the title?
I believe we have a squad that is more than highly competitive. That's what I think. I think every game we go into, we expect to win.
Is that a yes?
That's a very positive. Every game we go into, we expect a yes. We expect to win.
But do you accept, Mark, that your club is a little bit different to other ones that perhaps come into this division? Is there's a higher level of expectation, and the fans will not perhaps sit comfortably if you're sat 4th by December or 5th by December. They'll expect you to be in the top position.
I understand, and it's been a unique situation. I'm not sure that's the right word, but I think it's been fairly unique in terms of what's happened over the last 4 or 5 years. So now we are back to top flight, and the weight of expectation is clear for everyone to see. 42,000 season tickets sold. We've only got, I think, 1,000 season tickets left, which is incredible backing. So that weight of support, that weight of expectation is very clear for everyone to see. The problem for us is, the key for us is how we deal with that responsibility.
How satisfied are you with the squad you have at the moment?
Yeah, I'm very satisfied with that squad. If we don't make any more additions, I'm more than happy with what we've got. If one or two players become available who add value to what we currently have, who possess something that we don't currently possess, then we'll move. And the backing from the board and et cetera have been first class. So we know we can move if those players become available. The problem, as we keep saying, is it's an ever smaller, ever reducing talent pool, and ever more people fishing in the same pool. So it's hard to do. Look at some of the transfer fees down south, and it's only going to go one way. They're not going to back off. They're going to keep on going north, and we have to recognise that. And we can't compete. Quite understandably, the financial disparity is clear for all to see. So what we have to do is do our business smart, and if the players are available, then we will move. Absolutely. But right now, with the squad I have, no problems.
There's reports that Dom Ball might be leaving Spurs. Would he be the kind of player you'd be looking to bring in?
Dom's one of many we've been linked with. Apparently we signed another 9 this week, if you believe the papers. But the fact is, Dom's a very talented boy we know well. He's settled in really well into the club. He loved the city, performed well for Rangers last year. So if that was an option for us, then we would move. But it's not as clear as the media might suggest.
And you mentioned newspaper reports, another one saying you've offered a contract to Philippe Senderos. Is that true?
It's news to me. It's news to me. I'm only the manager here, but I might not be told. But it's news to me. And again, it's these type of stories suddenly emerge. And it's just a game of opinions, it's a game of views, and people put forward what they think is valid news. It's far from the truth.
And you mentioned this weekend, it's a massive occasion for the club. Do you feel players are feeling the pressure to perform? If you're into the first half and it's still sitting at 0-0, will the fans start to get impatient?
Absolutely not. I was just saying there, it's how we deal with the responsibility. You either crumble under it or you thrive on it. And we've got to have players. Our selection process is such that we want players who thrive on it, enjoy it. Is a responsibility in front of 50,000. You can hear the expectation after 5, 6, 10 minutes, whatever it may be. If it's 0-0, that's the nature of the beast. So we have to deal with it and to say enjoy that responsibility and deliver the performance. That's why they get paid. That's why we all get paid. Deliver the performance. And I've got no doubts about the quality of the squad.
Celtic have guaranteed European football this year. Do you think that can have any effect on Rangers' title challenge?
I'm not going to worry about, and in a very respectful way, I'm not worried about Celtic, what they do and other teams. It's just about us. Prepare well, Rangers, for every single game that we play. You can't worry about what goes on away from you. All you control is your own club here. So we control what we do, how we prepare, how we focus. That's down to us. Away from us, it's not really our business.